Welcome back. So Windows actually runs a lot of services in the background. While your computer's just sitting here, there's a whole bunch going on. And today I'm going to show you what all those services are and which ones are running on your machine and how to turn them on and off. Some you may want to leave alone and some you might feel brave enough to turn off and see what happens. So let's start. I'm going to start from the start button like I always do and run services.msc. Now what that will do is launch a control panel window that will show me all of the services that are running on this machine, and they are listed in alphabetical order. So I can move these windows around a bit just so that you can see some more of them. What you do is you have the name of the service, a description of the service, whether or not it started, and what its startup type is. So a startup type of manual means you have to start it manually. Automatic means that it starts as soon as you turn the machine on. And disabled means that it's disabled and will never turn on unless you come in here and change it. And you can sort by the status, which I find to be very helpful. And so this shows you all of the started services that are on your machine. And so as you go down these, each one of these represents something that's running in the background. Now, this might seem like a lot, but most of these services aren't really doing much. They're just sitting there waiting for some input or not using up a lot of CPU until something specific happens. If we look at the CPU utilization on this computer, it's probably really quite low. And you can do that by running Task Manager, Taskmgr, and then going over to Processes. And you can sort by CPU. You'll see right here that Jing, which is my video capture utility, is really using up most of the CPU on this machine. Followed up by DWM, which is Desktop and Window Manager. We'll talk about that later. Just wanted to show you that most of these services really aren't using up a whole lot of resources. However, this just does give you some idea as to what your computer is doing and some of the things that Windows is doing automatically for you all the time. And so this list is really too long to go through all at one time, but this way you can quickly see what services are running on your machine and then go investigate each one and figure out if it's something that you want running on your computer all the time. One that I like to look at is the tablet PC input device service. This fun service is great for tablets and allows you to touch the screen with a tablet device, and sometimes this service is enabled even on a laptop system. So it's a fun one to go and turn off or set to manual if you don't have a tablet PC. To modify these, all you do is you right click on them and you go to Properties, left click, and then this will tell you a little bit more about the service. You can change the startup type from manual to automatic or delayed start. Delayed start means that it starts the service but sometime after boot has completed, so that everyone's not all starting at once when you first turn your machine on. And you also have these buttons that allow you to start, stop, pause, and resume the service. And you can do that with any of them. For the most part, I would probably leave these guys alone. Don't mess with them too much because they're all there to provide a service for your computer. But if you feel like it, you can go take a look and see what each one of them does. You get a nice little description over here on the left as you select each service. So I hope this informs you a little bit more about what your computer is doing, and this gives you the power to go turn your services off and on if you feel that's something you want to do. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.